Hi, my name is Alicia. I'm a Microsoft MVP for Microsoft Dynamics D365 Finance and Supply Chain. And today, I want to talk about this little field on the sales order line called return cost price. So on a sales order, you may or may not have even noticed there is a field on the sales order line. So again, I'm in sales orders here. I'm on a line, and in the line details under setup, there's this field called return cost price. And someone recently asked me, where does this cost price come from? And so today I want to show you where it comes from, so that way if you're curious, you don't have to do the legwork to try to figure it out. So whenever you add a line to a sales order, the system comes up with this return cost price. It comes from the item, and specifically if you're looking at the release product, if you go under the manage cost fast tab down here at the bottom, you are going to see a price. So this price is what gets pulled into the sales order line. Now, if you happen to be doing something other than standard cost, you may actually have this last cost price flag enabled here. So just to show you as an example, if I enable the last cost price, that tells the system that every time I invoice this item, so I have a purchase order and I've invoiced it, that's telling the system to update this price field. If you are using variants, maybe like color, size, something like that, along with your item code, you may also want to enable this use cost price variant field. So what's going to happen if you have the last cost price field enabled, then whenever you're adding the line to the sales order, the system is actually going to go look at the cost price variant. Again, if you have this flag selected, by going to manage cost in the ribbon and item price. Here you're going to see on the active prices tab, if I don't have any here because I haven't actually bought this thing, but if you were to buy and invoice it, then you're going to see a list of all the last prices that you invoiced this at. And that is the cost that is used as a return cost price on the sales order line. Now, someone may come up and say, well, what if I'm selling an item and I have it in inventory for whatever reason, but I never bought it, so there's no like invoice for it. Again, the system is going to use this last price field on the manage cost fast tab. If you want to set up a different cost by variant, again, assuming you're doing color, size type thing on your item, then what you can do is you can go under manage cost, and under item price, you can actually activate or create new prices or cost by site. It is site dependent. So whenever you're adding your line to your sales order, the system is looking at the site to come up with a cost. So even though you may not be using standard cost, you can still go set a standard cost for that particular site, and then the system will use this value whenever it's pulling in that return cost price in the sales order line. Again, you would just simply create your standard cost here, again, assuming you're not using standard cost, because if you're using standard cost, then all this kind of becomes a moot point because it's always using standard cost. So, but if you're doing weighted average, LIFO, FIFO, something like that, then you can put in your cost, and then when you hit save, you can then activate it. So just to sum this up, when you're on a sales order, the return cost price, first thing it does is it says, hey, do I have an activated cost or do I have a last purchase price? Again, assuming that this flag here is selected. If there's not one, then the system's going to come here and use this price field under the manage cost fast tab. So until next time, keep your head in the clouds and keep working wise.